Hello first graders, and welcome back to your social studies job for today. Our target skill for today is I can recognize the need for rules and laws in my community. Rules and laws in my community. Let's take a look at what that means, boys and girls. So, say it with me. Community. That is $1 million word, boys and girls, and it means a group of people who live and work together. Hello, first graders, and welcome back to your social studies job for today. Today, our target skill is I can recognize the need for rules and laws in my community. Let's take a look at what that means today. So, say the word community with me. A community is a group of people who live and work together and the place where they live. So, boys and girls, your community are the places and the people around you. So, try and think of some places and people that are in your community. Your grocery store is in your community. The people that check out your groceries, they're in your community. School is in your community. And when we come back, teachers and janitors and lunch helpers, they will all be in your community as well. Where are some other places that you go and some people that you see in your community? A person who lives and belongs in a community is called a citizen. You say it, citizen. It's a person who lives and belongs in a community. Freeze! Now, boys and girls, we are special in Turkey because we are not citizens of Turkey. We are citizens in other countries, but we've made a choice, our families have made a choice to come and live with the citizens of Turkey. So we live with the citizens, the people that live in this community as well. So we're a little bit special. We're an exception to this word. A rule, this is a review. A rule is an instruction that tells people how to act, right? Think about a rule that you follow anywhere in your community. It can be at the mall or the park or the grocery store, somewhere you go. Are there rules? There are rules in our community. There are also laws. I know you might say, Miss Rossman, how is a rule different than a law? Well, a law is a rule that people in a community must follow. So, laws are rules that we absolutely must follow. In this picture, this red car is following a law. They're obeying the law. Do you know what law they are obeying or they are following? This car is stopped because it sees a red light. To stop a car at a red light is a law. Why might that be a law? Laws are there to keep order and to keep us safe. This law keeps people safe. Have you ever crossed the street before, maybe with mom or dad, and you walk in front of all the cars and they're all stopped? It's because there's a red light. If there wasn't a law to stop at the red light, it could be really dangerous to cross the street. So laws keep us safe. Today, we are going to read a story called Clifford for President. And in this story, we're going to learn a little bit more about rules and laws in our community. On Monday morning, Miss Carrington's class learned about the presidential election. Every citizen 18 and older can vote, said Miss Carrington. It's an important part of being a good citizen. People who run for president are called candidates, said Miss Carrington. They promise to solve problems. People vote for the candidate who they think will do the best job. I wish I was old enough to vote, thought Emily Elizabeth. The next day, Emily Elizabeth and Clifford went for a walk in the park. Every trash can was overflowing. That doesn't look very nice, said Emily Elizabeth. The park was very messy. There were piles of leaves and litter everywhere. Dead flowers drooped in their beds. Clifford dropped a soda can in the trash. Emily Elizabeth said, "Clifford, if you were president of the park, it would be as clean as a whistle." Then she had an idea. At home, Emily Elizabeth got out paint and paper. "We'll have an election, Clifford," she said. "We'll need a president of the park." Jetta saw the poster hanging in the park. "You'd be a great president, May," said Jetta. "You're the dog for the job." A crowd of kids and dogs showed up for the meeting. "First, we need to nominate 2 candidates," explained Emily Elizabeth. "Then we'll have the election on Friday." Jetta called out, "I nominate Mac." Mac wagged his tail. "I nominate Clifford," said Emily Elizabeth. Then she wished Mac good luck. "Thanks," said Jetta. Emily Elizabeth and Jetta worked on posters together. Emily Elizabeth's poster read, "Clifford for president. He will clean up the park." Jetta's poster read, "Vote for Mac. He's the best dog." Jetta said, "Mac really is the best. I'm sure he'll win." "Clifford is a great dog too," said Emily Elizabeth. Jetta said, "Mac will be president." "May the best dog win," replied Emily Elizabeth. That night, Jetta made a few more posters. "Now everyone will know you are the best, Mac." She hung the posters in the park. After school on Friday, Emily Elizabeth and Clifford went to the park. It was election day. A crowd stood around Jetta. Clifford would not be a good president, she said. "Mac is the best." Emily Elizabeth didn't say anything. It's not nice to say bad things about your opponent, she thought. Jetta told everyone to vote for Mac. Mac wagged his tail. Some of Jetta's posters blew away. They got stuck in the high tree branches. Clifford pulled the posters out of the tree. They were so high up, even he had to stretch. "Look at Clifford," shouted Charlie. "He's cleaning the park." "It's time to vote," said Charlie. He passed out slips of paper. "Check off the name of the dog who will be the best president." After everyone had voted, Charlie counted the ballots. Everybody waited for the results. Clifford won. He gave Mac a friendly slurp. Clifford will be a good president," said Emily Elizabeth. "Mac can be vice president." "Hooray for President Clifford!" The end. All right, boys and girls. Clifford's goal as president, the problem Clifford was solving as president, was to make a rule about cleaning up the park. Or maybe he will make a law about cleaning up the park. If you were the president of a country, what rule or law would you make? It's your turn. Write a sentence or two and then draw a picture about your rule or law that you would make if you were president. Have fun!